I've been a trainer for quite a while now, and I have learned that trainers do not change behaviors, we change the way people think. Thoughts always precede actions. So if we change the way people think, then they have the choice of whether or not they'll do it the old way or do it the new way. Elicit Sales needs training. And what we're learning is AI can be one of the best trainers, but so can teammates, and buyers can actually help us. Competitors can help, and there's other media out there that can help. There's no shortage of training while you're implementing Elicit Sales in your career. From teammates, we do teach and learn. Whatever we teach, we can learn. We can learn whatever someone else is teaching. This is called collaborative selling. Collaborative selling is when the team gets together, possibly with other people in the organization, other departments, and you role play your sales presentation or just do your sales presentation and get feedback from others. We find best practices. We find other ways of doing things. Buyers can help when they tell us, I like this, I don't like that. Listen to the buyer. They're trying to help you be more successful. Competitors can help when we ask buyers, why do you choose that competitor over us? And other media is out there. They can all help us train. But in this module, we're going to talk about how AI can help train us on Elicit Sales. Here's the process. First of all, develop questions in your pre-call planning. Yes, I know. The first activity seasoned salespeople abandon is pre-call planning. I've been selling these things for so long, I can sell them in my sleep. Well, guess who's sleeping through your sales call? That would be the buyer. We don't wing it any longer. So in your pre-call planning, develop your questions or your questioning tree, especially the opening question. The opening question is a very specific tool. It's how we transition from establishing rapport into the sales call. Whoever asks the opening question takes initial control of the sales call, and all too often it's the buyer who asks the opening question. Then ask AI to convert your questions into elicit statements and give you the rationale for their statement. This is wonderful. They will actually give you the words you need to speak, but more importantly, they'll give you the rationale, the principles. Do not use techniques. Techniques don't work anymore. But AI will give you the rationale behind the statement they gave you. Then you can develop your own statement from that. Ask AI for nonverbal clues, facial expressions, body language, anything that you could be doing that would influence the buyer's thinking as you make your presentation. Consider adding these to your library. That's right, your library. There's another module that covers this, resources and that AI in your library will bring to you. You have a personal library you can develop. You can actually make an app. A departmental library just for people in your group, and then a corporate library. So when a customer brings up an issue, you can click on your phone or on your other device and show the customer or remind yourself of the right response to that stimulus. Then determine which ones of these you will use. This is why collaborative selling becomes so important. You share ideas with other people on your team, and maybe you pick up on one of theirs, maybe they pick up on one of yours. Rewrite and practice those statements over and over again. Rewrite them so they sound like you, they come out naturally, and then practice using them instead of questions. Now here's the typical scenario that I gave to AI. We've all faced this. Initially, we sit down with the buyer and ask, are you the decision maker? And the buyer says, yes, I'm the decision maker. Then we reach a point where we say, I just need a signature or a PO. And what does that person say? Okay, I'll run it past my boss. In other words, they weren't the decision maker. So I took this common scenario to AI, and AI came back and said, instead of asking, are you the decision maker? Are you in charge of procurement? Say instead, you have a lot on your plate managing procurement for a company this size. The assumption that's in there is they are the manager. Now, why does this work? So AI gave me the rationale. First of all, it said your body language should be a common tone of voice that shows that you're genuinely interested. Now, there's a principle involved here. We cannot fool kids, dogs, and customers. They know who's shooting straight with them. So be sincere. If you can't say it sincerely, don't say it. But be genuinely interested or concerned, and then your nonverbal would be a smile or relaxed. Then AI suggested that the buyer will probably respond with something like they'll correct that, no, I'm not really the only one in charge of procurement, or they will confirm it, or even better, they will expand on it. Yeah, I do that, and I do this, this, and this. So your nonverbal here is going to be eye contact and nod, and be prepared to make some notes. This person is about to give us some good information, instead of saying, yeah, I'm the decision maker, and finding out later that they aren't. Then AI said, the buyer will probably suggest something in expansion like, yes, and lately we've had a lot of supply chain issues. When AI came back with this, in my pre-call planning, I was alerted to something. Was this evident in my pre-call planning? In other words, am I doing a thorough enough job? If in my pre-call planning I only looked at them or our history with them, but I had not gone to AI and asked what are the significant industry issues for buyers like this one, then I would have picked up on the supply chain issue, and I could have made a statement including the supply chain issue. Whatever they bring up, follow it with, and what else? You've just opened a channel of communication. They are now ready to tell you the other issues that are going to be involved in making this sale. Formulate your next elicitation statement. Isn't that interesting? Once we can work through one, typically another will come up. Let AI train you on illicit selling.